across the Serengeti plains. Dust erupts into the morning light. A herd of gazelles explodes forward, swift as wind. Behind them, golden shadows crouch low in the tall grass. Every leap, every heartbeat, holds the razor edge between life and death. A roar tears through the silence, spilling dawn itself. This is the realm of lions, Africa's supreme predators. Yet even kings must choose their prey, which 5 animals have shaped their reign across millennia. The Serengeti, stretching across Tanzania and Kenya, is one of Earth's fiercest natural arenas. Here lions rule, not by speed or stealth alone, but by unity. Unlike the solitary leopard or cheetah, their power lies in the pride. At sunrise, lionesses spread out, eyes fixed on the smallest twitch of movement. Their first target, the Thompson's gazelle. Fragile, alert, only a few dozen kilos in weight. They live in tight herds, wired for flight. With bursts that reach 60 kilometers an hour, they can outpace most hunters, yet teamwork changes the equation. A juvenile straying too far, an elder slowed by fatigue, those become the meals that sustain a pride generation after generation. Further north, near the Grumeti River, zebra herds drift cautiously to water. Black and white stripes blur into dazzling confusion, a living illusion. But isolation breaks the spell. A single zebra caught apart becomes a clear target. They're powerful creatures, one kick can shatter bone. Still, the prize is worth the gamble. A single adult zebra can feed the pride for days. making the risk one lions return to again and again. At the wetlands near Lake Ndutu, the sound of buffalo carries like thunder. Half-ton beasts with sweeping horns. Their presence alone commands respect. For lions, they are both prey and peril. A kill requires coordination. Some lions harass from the rear, others circle to block escape. But a single misstep invites disaster. A charging buffalo can cripple or kill in seconds. It is a hunt of courage, where success means days of abundance, and failure means blood in the dust. Night falls over Tarangire. From burrows and shadows emerge warthogs. Small, stubborn, unpredictable. They dart in zigzags, tusks flashing, diving for safety at the first sign of danger. For lion cubs, warthogs are training ground fast, fierce, and wily. For adults, they are quick meals, crucial when larger prey is scarce. Their risk is lower, their reward smaller, but in the rhythm of survival, every catch matters. Then comes the Great Migration. Along the Mara River, straddling the border of Tanzania and Kenya, wildebeest move in endless tides. Hundreds of thousands surge across. Bawling, stumbling, colliding, chaos fills the air. In that storm, the weak and the clumsy fall behind. Lions wait. One bite to the throat ends the panic, and a bounty of flesh follows. For the pride, the migration is not just a hunt, it is harvest. A season of plenty in a land of hunger. Hunt after hunt, victories mingle with defeat. Lions succeed only about 30% of the time. Yet persistence, patience, and teamwork have kept them atop Africa's food chain for millennia. Overhead, vultures spiral down. They will arrive after the kill, ensuring nothing is wasted. The circle of life is brutal, but complete. As the Serengeti burns gold in the setting sun, a lone male stands atop a rise. His mane whips in the wind, eyes scanning herds that stretch to the horizon. Each hunt is a wager. Thompson's gazelles, zebras, buffalo, warthogs, wildebeest, 5 favored prey, 5 measures of skill and survival. On this harsh stage, the king still rules. But for how long can his throne remain secure? The cheetah, slender, almost fragile, roams the Masai Mara in Kenya. It lacks the bulk of a lion. It lacks the crushing jaws of a leopard. Yet it carries a weapon no other predator can match. Pure speed. How can such a delicate frame transform into the fastest land animal on Earth? at dawn on the Serengeti plains of northern Tanzania. The first light spreads across an endless ocean of golden grass. Mist lingers over the banks of the Grumeti River, where herds of Thompson's gazelles gather to drink. The scene looks calm, yet danger waits in silence. Hidden low in the grass, a slender shadow fixes its eyes on a target. The cheetah, the hunter of speed. Unlike lions that vanish into tall grass, or leopards that perch high in the acacia trees, the cheetah must gamble on open ground. Its body has been shaped by evolution into a weapon built for speed. A long, flexible spine like a spring, light bones, slim legs, a tail that works like a rudder, and an oversized chest to house powerful lungs and a racing heart. Every detail serves one purpose: acceleration. This is the fastest land animal on Earth, capable of breaking 100 kilometers an hour. Yet that burst lasts less than a minute. Beyond that, the body overheats and the engine fails. This female has been watching the gazelles since sunrise. She singles out a young one straying from its mother. Her chest rises, then explosion. In just 3 seconds, she reaches the velocity of a sports car at full throttle. Each stride covers 7 meters. Air rips past her body, legs strike the earth like drums. The gazelle veers left, then right. The cheetah's tail whips like a rudder, correcting each turn. Then, the strike. Claws latch, a body crashes to the dust. In an instant, the chase is over, but triumph is fleeting. Her heart pounds over 200 beats a minute. Heat floods her muscles. She collapses beside the kill, gasping. And at that moment, the scavengers arrive. 3 hyenas lumber out from the riverbank, circling, laughing. Their strength and numbers overwhelm her. Within minutes, the gazelle is theirs. For the cheetah, speed wins the hunt, but rarely the meal. On these plains, half of all successful chases end in theft. Across the border, in Kenya's Masai Mara, a different story unfolds. 3 male cheetahs form a coalition, often brothers from the same litter. Unlike solitary females, they hunt together, turning weakness into strategy. Their target today, a strong adult gazelle. The chase erupts. One drives the herd, another cuts the angle, and the third delivers the final blow. Dust explodes, hooves scatter. Within seconds, victory. This time the meal belongs to them. Cooperation, rare among big cats, has tipped the balance. Back in the Serengeti, near the edge of the Ngorongoro Reserve, a mother cheetah walks with her 3 cubs, barely 8 weeks old. They tumble through the grass, still clueless about the hunt. For her, every step is survival and a lesson. She picks a smaller prey to demonstrate. Stalk, burst, strike. These moments will decide their future. Are brutal. Up to 70% of cubs die in their first year, taken by lions, hyenas, even eagles. Those who survive carry the legacy of speed. Yet speed is always a gamble. Near the Mara River one evening, another female makes the wrong choice, an adult gazelle too strong. The chase drags on beyond a minute. Her stride falters, her lungs scream, her body overheats. She stumbles, collapses, gasping in the dust. The limits of biology revealed, unmatched velocity, but no endurance. That is the price of extreme evolution. As the sun dips behind the acacias, the Serengeti turns crimson. This is the golden hour for cheetahs when lions are still hidden and hyenas have not yet gathered. They rarely hunt by night. Their eyes cannot pierce the darkness like true nocturnal hunters. Instead, they master timing, choosing the narrow window when the plains are theirs alone. The cheetah will never rule the savannah, but it remains essential. By taking the young, the weak, it keeps the herds healthy, the ecosystem in balance. Its fragile presence is proof that survival does not always belong to the strongest. Sometimes it belongs to the swiftest. In the fading light, a mother and her cubs vanish into the tall grass of the Serengeti. The wind swallows their tracks, and one question lingers. In a world ruled by power and dominance, will speed alone be enough to secure their future? Dawn creeps over the Purus River in the heart of the Amazon. Beneath it, something vast waits motionless. A green anaconda. 8 meters long, 200 kilos of pure muscle. It doesn't chase, it doesn't rush. Death arrives in silence, through patience. How can something so immense vanish completely into the river's calm? Yet this is only one predator among many in the Amazon, a living labyrinth where every hunter, from the black jaguar on land to the harpy eagle above, plays its part in the endless circle of life and death. The Amazon kingdom of silent hunters. Across 6 million square kilometers of tangled forest, every creature is armed with something, claws, venom, or intelligence. Yet few are as feared or as mysterious as the black jaguar. At dawn in the Brazilian Amazon, mist still clings to the leaves. A shadow slips along a muddy riverbank. It is a jaguar, Panthera onca, born with a rare genetic mutation called melanism, a cloak of black that hides faint rosettes beneath the fur. Only about 1 in 20 jaguars carries this gene. But in the dense rainforest, it is the ultimate advantage. The power to vanish. The black jaguar hunts alone. Each step is measured, soundless. In a world where sight fails, hearing and scent take command. Inside its mouth, the Jacobson's organ tastes, the air detecting sweat, blood, even fear. When a red brocket deer or a peccary bends to drink, the strike comes like thunder. Its bite over 1,300 pounds per square inches, the strongest of all big cats, crushes skulls in a single snap. A large kill can feed it for a week. In this world, survival isn't about how often you hunt, but how perfectly you do it. As the sun climbs, the forest wakes. Voices echo, howlers, macaws, insects, a living storm of sound. Beneath the surface of the purest river, the water looks calm, hiding something vast. The green anaconda, Eunyctus murinus, the heaviest snake on earth. It is an ambush hunter. No chase, no hiss, just stillness. Body half buried in mud and weeds, it waits. When the world's largest rodent, the capybara, steps into the shallows, the water ripples once, then explodes. Coils tighten with crushing force over 90 pounds per square inches, stopping blood flow, cracking bone. No venom, only muscle. Once it swallows its prey, the anaconda vanishes for weeks, slowing its heartbeat to half pace. Saving energy, a master of metabolic restraint. Females grow almost twice the size of males during mating season. As many as 10 males wrap around one female in a breeding ball that can stretch for meters, a living knot twisting through the flooded forest. High above, light pierces only in scattered beams. Here reigns the harpy eagle, Harpia harpygia, the most powerful raptor in the Americas. 2-meter wings, talons curved like knives, strong enough to crush bone. It doesn't hunt in open skies, but through the dense canopy, steering with precision between trunks. Its vision is 8 times sharper than ours. It can spot a monkey 200 meters away. When it strikes, there is no warning, only silence, speed, and finality. One blow, and the forest is quiet again. Where harpies disappear, forests change. Without them, monkeys multiply unchecked, stripping young trees bare. Every predator here is a pillar. Remove one, and the whole structure trembles. On the forest floor, another army marches. Hundreds of thousands of driver ants, Eceton burchelli, move like a river of life. They build no permanent home. Each night they weave a living nest, thousands of bodies linking together into a hanging mass. Individually, they are fragile. Together, unstoppable. Biologists call it a superorganism, a colony acting as one body, one mind. It is evolution's proof that cooperation can be as lethal as power. At dusk, light fades to gold. Raindrops fall through the canopy, blending with the drone of frogs and cicadas. On the river, crimson eyes break the surface caimans, patient as statues. Below them, piranhas stir. Despite the legends, they are not maniacs of the river. Most feed on carrion, cleaning what the jungle discards. Without them, decay would choke the waterways. Even scavengers have purpose. Every predator, strong or small, keeps the Amazon alive. In the Amazon, life and death are not enemies, they are partners. Every hunter, from jaguar to anaconda to harpy, plays a note in nature's endless symphony. And within that music, humanity, our clever, restless species, must learn to listen, not to dominate. The forest still breathes, the river still moves, and somewhere in the dark, the eyes of the hunter are watching. In the wide Hayden Valley of Yellowstone, the morning sun glints on silver-gray fur. A grizzly bear lowers its head, sniffing the wind, claws dragging across the soil. It's following the scent of a carcass, more than a mile away. This is not just brute force. The grizzly's sense of smell is 7 times sharper than a bloodhound's. It remembers rivers, seasons, and trails as if the land itself lives in its mind. A half-ton beast, yet precise, patient, and almost calculating. How can something built for raw power move with such quiet intelligence? A giant footprint sinks deep into the wet mud. Rainwater pools inside the impression, silent proof that something powerful just passed. At the edge of Yellowstone Valley, thunder rumbles in the distance. A shadow moves through the mist, each step weighing half a ton, yet silent as drifting wind. The grizzly bear, a creature that doesn't need to chase to inspire fear. It pauses by the riverbank, breath steaming in the cold air. The surface stills, then explodes. One swing of its claw precise, explosive turns the water white. A single strike forged by millions of years of evolution. The grizzly is the living emblem of North America's wilderness. From Montana to Alaska, it reigns over forests and valleys. When the winter snow melts, they emerge from their dens after months of hibernation, half-starved but alive. Their hunt begins again, scavenging deer carcasses, digging for roots, stealing honey, and fishing salmon from icy streams. With a nose 7 times more sensitive than a bloodhound's, a grizzly can smell death from over 2 kilometers away, a biological radar built for survival. Beneath that thick fur and lumbering gait lies an engineered machine of strength, 4 arms so powerful they can overturn boulders. When it stands upright, a male can reach nearly 3 meters tall. Yet most of its life isn't spent killing. 80% of its diet is plant-based grass, roots, berries, ants, honey. The forest feeds the beast, and the beast keeps the forest alive. Power and gentleness coexist in a single heartbeat. Summer floods the Lamar River. Salmon surge upstream, silver flashes breaking the current. A grizzly waits in silence, its eyes fixed on the water. Then movement. A single strike sends spray flying like shards of glass. Beside her, 2 cubs watch every move, learning how to hunt and how to fail. Knowledge here isn't taught with words, it's inherited through instinct, through patience, through survival. As autumn arrives, the blueberry slopes of Alaska turn purple. The bears feast endlessly, 30,000 calories a day. Their bodies swell with fat, a fortress against the winter ahead. In hidden dens, they enter a deep sleep. Heartbeat slowing to 8 per minute, body temperature falling close to 30 degrees Celsius. Scientists still marvel at how these creatures avoid muscle loss and bone decay for months. A biological secret that might one day change human medicine. Then spring returns, and with it, violence. Two males face off on the open plain. Their roars echo through the valley, muscles rippling, dust rising. When they clash, the sound is thunder itself. A single swipe could shatter bone, yet most battles end without death. In the wild, true dominance means knowing when to stop. At dusk, a mother grizzly leads her cubs along a quiet stream. The water mirrors the fading Sunday. Each step is measured, calm, deliberate. Nature's way of teaching patience: move slow, live long, strike only when needed. Night settles over Yellowstone. Mist gathers. Under the moonlight, the giant stands motionless, the wilderness made flesh, powerful, solitary, eternal. The grizzly's fatal swipe isn't just the strike of a hunter. It's nature's heartbeat, a reminder that survival itself is the purest form of strength. Across the golden plains of Kenya, a tall bird walks through the grass. Not a crane, not an eagle. Its crest rises with the wind, eyes locked on the trembling earth below. It doesn't fly, it hunts, not with its beak, but with its feet. This is the secretary bird, the serpent slayer of Africa. What drives a creature born to soar, to fight on the ground instead? Dawn over the Serengeti. The first light drips through the acacia trees, painting gold across the bird's feathers. The secretary bird shakes its wings, then strides forward slow, deliberate, each step a silent calculation. This is its kingdom, an endless battlefield of heat, dust, and survival. Tall as a child, wings stretching more than 2 meters. It's a bird that refuses to fly. It hunts on foot, not with talons from above, but with the precision of a fighter on the ground. Every strike of its leg can hit at nearly 50 kilometers per hour, enough to crush a skull in one blow. Its legs act like coiled springs, bones reinforced to absorb impact, tendons snapping like steel cables. Evolution built a weapon no other bird possesses. Near Lake Naivasha, a black mamba slides through the scorched grass. The bird doesn't retreat. It circles, eyes locked. The snake lifts its head, spreads its hood, a warning too late. The first kick lands, then another. A dull crack. Silence. The hunt lasts seconds, the lesson, millions of years. The secretary bird is patience made flesh. It walks kilometers each day, scanning every ripple of the savannah for life. When it finds prey, it measures distance, angle, timing, perfect geometry in motion. Mice, lizards, locusts, everything small enough to move is food. Sometimes it stamps on the earth until burrows collapse, and life beneath the soil trembles to the surface. Its vision is twice as sharp as ours. It can detect movement 100 meters away. Each kick is not random force, but calculation, a split-second decision between life and death. Among herds of gazelles and buffalo, the secretary bird walks freely. When hooves disturb the grass, snakes are flushed out, an unspoken alliance of beast and bird. Both maintaining the balance of the plains. In the breeding season, a pair builds their nest high on an acacia. A circle of dry branches, 2 meters wide, strengthened year after year, memory woven into wood. Both parents share everything: hunting, guarding, feeding. Their calls echo rough and low, a language only they understand. Six weeks later, the chicks hatch blind, fragile, hungry. The mother brings food, insects, then lizards, finally small snakes. Later, the young are trained to strike. The parents drop sticks, testing their reflexes. In this world, the art of kicking means survival, but the savannah never sleeps. Fires sweep the grasslands, storms rise, eagles steal the weak. Even hyenas and humans threaten the nests. Yet this bird endures. It rebuilds, it stays, because to stand is to live. At dusk, the Serengeti glows in red dust. The secretary bird walks through the fire-colored light. In the distance, something moves, a snake. The air tenses. One swift motion, one final kick. Stillness again. In a land of venom and fang, the bird stands unshaken. It was born to fly but chooses to fight. Each footprint it leaves across the savannah is not just a trace of travel, but a quiet testament. Sometimes, the greatest power of nature is not the wings that lift us, but the courage to remain on the ground. Saltwater crocodile. Salt glands arm it for the open coast. Nile crocodile. Pressure-sensing pits ring its jaws, reading the faintest ripple on Kenya's Mara River. Conical teeth to pierce and hold. A skull like armor, jaw adductors coiled like a spring. From Adelaide River, Northern Territory, to the banks of the Mara, whose design delivers the hardest bite on Earth. Dawn on the Adelaide River, Northern Territory, Australia. A thin skin of mist over mangrove roots. The water lies flat. A dark log drifts along the mud edge, only the eyes above the surface watching the cattle track. Far off, gulls rasp. Tide is rising. The saltwater crocodile settles exactly on the lip between shallow and deep, throat sealed by a palatal valve so it can open its mouth underwater without choking. Mud dusts the snout, but the jawline is studded with tiny pressure-sensing pits that read the faintest ripple, a footfall no wider than a breath. Stillness, but strung tight like a bow held at full draw. Salt glands in the tongue help it tolerate brine, letting it range from the river mouth to the surf without losing water. Wind shifts. The air tastes of mud and salt. Breathing slows. Peaceful frame, loaded lines. Across the continent, the sun already rides high over the Mara River in Masai Mara, Kenya. The sandbank is carved with zebra and antelope tracks. Beneath the brown surface, driftwood backs hold formation in a steady eddy. Nile crocodiles float with bellies up, jaws slightly open to dump heat. No sound. Dry wind brushes the grass, dust lifts, a zebra herd ghosts the bank. Rhythm here is migration, not tide. Each season, tens of thousands must cross. Underneath, jaw adductors wrap the skull like bundled rope. Conical teeth stand even and hard. Two far-flung scenes share the same heavy silence. Water smooths the bank. A single leaf spins. Minutes pass. Nothing moves, which only sharpens everything else. A stronger gust rakes the mangroves at Adelaide. Ripples break the glaze. A young feral pig steps down, licking a salt line on rock. The saltwater crocodile drives its tail in a hard crescent and launches, then drops like a spear. The wide head locks just behind the shoulder. The snap sounds dense and slick, like iron shutting. Mud and spray explode. It doesn't chew, it holds, then spins a death roll to tear and ruin balance. In a large individual, bite force can reach about 16,000 newtons for a flashing instant. But the real killers are angle and contact. The palatal valve closes. The animal drags its prey over the drop-off. Mud smears fly free, showing the dark slate of the scales. On the bank, a long slide mark inks the scene. On the Mara, the chatter of birds drowns under hoofbeats. The zebra surge down, water plates into white discs of foam. A huge Nile crocodile bursts from bank shadow and hooks the last zebra at the flank. Another clamps a leg. The whole mass tilts, like a tree bent by wind. They don't need to crush. They only need to hold and turn. Others slide aside to give the hunters space in the brown churn. In that chaos, those pressure pits along the jaws read escape lanes through micro ripples tactile vision. Big adults often deliver 13 to 14,000 newtons. When several animals latch on, the combined pull is worse than numbers on paper. Current rips hooves loose. Deep mud sucks. All the advantages of land vanish when a body is half floating, half stuck. A brief rain squall darkens Adelaide's water. The saltwater crocodile has already hauled the kill into a tight eddy where a fallen trunk makes cover. One more roll, the slab tears free and goes down cold. Inside the stomach, small stones and grit help stabilize and grind. The crocodile tilts its muzzle, then hides the rest beneath the log for the next tide to clean. Energy must pay back the days of waiting on near-zero burn. As a cold-blooded hunter, it shifts speed with sun and wind, spending only when payoff is clear. On the Mara, shouting thins into ragged breathing. The zebra sinks. The crocodile opens just enough to change grip without flooding its throat. The valve does the work, then closes and levers again. New arrivals take what's left. There's no law of equal shares, only opportunity. When the herd pulls away, the river calms. Brown circles unwind and disappear. On the sand, a few white-black hairs and bands of foam. The hunt ends as it began, inside a patch of opaque water. Evening draws in over the top end. Egrets return. Frogs click. A saltwater crocodile drags up to bat. Now the head shows clearly. A broad, heavy wedge of skull that gives strong leverage to closing muscles. A broken tooth will be replaced by one already growing beneath. The arsenal refreshes all lifelong. Pale scars stripe the back territory disputes, especially on the spring tides. Nests are mounded high with dry grass and leaves. Temperature inside decides sex in the hatchlings. Hot years can skew the balance. Biologists watch that curve closely. Night on Masai Mara. Moonlight drifts the surface, silvering the backs of crocodiles that lie like statues. Far away, antelope call each other low, urgent. A ranger's light slides the bank, freezes on pairs of eyes. Rest hours, but not safety. Crocodiles also contest access to the best bends, where fallen trees carve suction and prey funnels. Next morning, the bay near Darwin is calm. On the fisherman's radio, saltwater crocodiles out beyond the surf line, riding tide corridors, sometimes crossing narrow island channels. Tolerance for salinity opens the menu from mangrove creeks to the shore break, even sea turtles or small sharks when chance aligns. Downstream on the Mara, in slower, clearer water, the pattern flips. A big Nile crocodile ignores small fish and holds the ambush slot for the migration. Every choice runs on energy math, intake versus spend. Miss once and you may go hungry for days. The winner at Adelaide is the saltwater crocodile. Short, decisive bite, heavy force, clean angle. The winners on the Mara are several Nile crocodiles working a moment when current wrecks all footing. If you frame it as a record among living animals, the crown for peak bite force measured so far rests with the saltwater crocodile, with giant individuals posting very high numbers. The Nile crocodile sits just behind, and in the wild, a massive Nile can outrank a smaller salty in the only metric that matters that day: size in the moment. Numbers give us a summit. The field gives us context, body size, bite angle, rock or mud, salinity, even wind. Night wind skims the Adelaide shallows back to glass. On the Mara, dust lifts again, another crossing coming. Two worlds, one hunting blueprint, paired by deep time. In that opaque water, what truly calls life or death, before the jaws shut the bite record on a graph, or the half second of perfect timing the eye can't catch.